Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Expert Matters. I'm Shruti, your host, and today we are joined by Mr. Ishan Dande, a global consulting professional with extensive experience in client strategy, business operations, and leadership. He's worked with top consulting firms across North America and Europe, and today he'll share insights that every student and aspiring professional can learn from. Ishan, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for taking our time.
Thank you so much.
We have a lot of questions for you, Ishan, today. But my first and foremost question to you would be you work very closely with top consulting firms across North America and Europe. So, for students aspiring to enter into the consulting world, freshers or maybe people who are having limited experience, what are the most important skills they should start developing right now?
Sure. So the first outset of this should be understanding or breaking down piecemeal case studies. That's absolutely important. This also involves understanding a lot of numbers in terms of number crunching estimates and having a sense of understanding how different industries pan out. What does the value chain look like? And to help, and this basically helps them out to target the relevant set of consulting clients that they want to look at working alongside. Uh, Consulting in itself has a lot of branches. There's impact consulting, there's ESG consulting, there's management consulting. So I would say when freshers pass out from their universities, it's really important
Mhm.
for them to first understand which branch they want to enter. There are a lot of websites online which should help them out. Along with that, there are a lot of guest lectures that usually happen across in universities. So these two areas are good focus areas to understand what side of consulting they actually want to enter.
Perfect. So that's a very, different perspective because it really shows that consulting is not just about the skill set, but it's also more about the mindset a person has. Perfect. Can you mention a few skills, at least two, three skills, which is, non-negotiable across all domains?
Sure. So I think first is FP&A, which is financial planning and analysis. This includes a lot of P&L strategy,
Mhm.
number crunching, auditing, forensics. This altogether encompasses auditing firm related consulting work.
Mhm.
Usually EY, Deloitte are big players in this category. Second,
Mhm.
of course, having skill sets that are really important to solve complex real life problems that businesses face in today's times. Third would be tech adaptation and AI integration into tech. And fourth, I would say understanding what the client requirements are and how they are positioned in terms of the market they operate in. So these four skill sets are really, really important. But
Mhm.
beyond and above this, I also feel that there is a lot of consistency which comes across from CGPAs
Mhm.
in your college life at the moment. So maintaining a high level of CGPA and being able to show that consistency and rigor also is really, really important.
You have helped build one of the best performing global client services teams. So, what leaderships lessons did you learn while managing people, performance plus revenue at the same time?
Sure. So the first rule for people management is it's not historically applicable to everyone at the same time. So while you're applying, your understanding about how to manage a team, it comes on the job. It's not something that you come across through a learning curve or a process. So you need to be open to understand challenges, know feedback of different people, align different mindsets in the team, and at the same time align them to meet a common goal or a vision. I think that's really, really important because once there is a common goal or a vision that the team knows and it is quantifiable, it becomes easier to have all the wheels of a car aligned towards a specific direction. So I think team management is one of the most complex skills. That's something which AI cannot, interpret and understand at this very early stage in a very finessed manner. And team management also requires a human touch. So that's something which is really important that I learned across the process of 1.5 years of managing my own team. I would say second in terms of um, where Third Bridge Group stands, we basically are a primary research firm that facilitates our clients that are institutional investors and consulting firms. So
Hmm.
we are more of backend as a job operation, and we provide research solutions to our clients, right?
Hmm.
So that's basically you need to be on your toes in terms of delivering your research content. You need to understand what are the industry headwinds and tailwinds, what sectors are going to boom in the near future, and how one can enter, one can exit. What are the barriers of entry and exit into different sectors of the industry? So
Hmm.
yeah.
That's actually an incredible example because, like you mentioned, leadership is not just about managing people. It is more about inspiring ownership and accountability throughout, the people you're working with. So that's a brilliant example. And like you mentioned that, you have to be on your toes all the time because you have to make sure that the deadlines are met, what is happening in the industry, what is happening inside, in every competitor industry. So you've handled clients from big three consulting to tier one firms. So that covers everything. There must be a lot of pressure. There must be a lot of deadlines to chase. So how do you balance pressure, deadlines, and while you also have to maintain quality with very strong client relationships?
Actually a good question because we operate in an environment that is very dynamic. So we're working on multiple projects in a single day. I feel it's really important to prioritize work, and that's how you reach to your outcome. So I at least tend to bifurcate what is the most important work ethic that I need to look at in a specific day. What are the most important cases that I've received across, and then dedicate almost some hours of capacity on working on those first. And then my process is basically like a triangle. So the client, how big or small the client is, what is the urgency or the deadline, and the third is how much revenue is the client going to drive me. So once these
Hmm.
three criterias are met at my end, that work automatically becomes the first work that I need to pick in the start of the day. And then basically, I think organization of work is also a really important thing. So you should be able to maintain, a tracker that you own completely, and that should help you to give across cues, look at what you need to pick at what time of the day, and be very calculative in terms of your time management goals.
Way to manage your time and your prioritization better. Like you mentioned that you already have a lot of aspects to manage in your current role, but you've also transitioned from research and project management to leading entire business verticals now. So what's the biggest mindset shift in moving from execution to strategy has helped you a lot?
The first and the most important thing is you think big. So you need to have a lot of floor experience before venturing out into how you can apply your mind to outgrow and synergize a lot of key priorities that align for the industry and also for your company. And the third thing is definitely to look at the gap areas. And you only realize what the gap areas are once you have a lot of time spent in project execution and project understanding. So definitely the mindset in terms of how you operate changes, and also once you outgrow your project execution roles, it's really important to also have or think about your work on the back of your mind. So it's a process that requires you to be completely into throughout the day, throughout the week, and you can't wait or deviate your mind and your goals for a long period of time. So I think definitely it's a mind game, it's psychology, and at the same time it's how your experience has nurtured you to contribute into the industry, and also at the same time identify the gap areas that you need to cater to.
With AI being one of the hottest topic in the industry now, a lot of people, I guess everybody's afraid of AI now. They think that their job is going to be replaced by AI. So you, with your background in economics, AI, data analytics, where do you see the future of information services in particular heading for the next generation of professionals?
This AI coverage is something that I think the industry would be really excited about. We are still in the development stages of how AI integration could improve efficiency for us, but there are a lot of examples out there, right? And they all hint in one direction, which is how AI has been very well integrated in terms of application of work, and at the same time reducing meticulous tasks that human intervention is required for. So in the industry specifically, it we use it at a preliminary stage as of now, but the IT spend for AI is drastically increasing year by year. Our major goal would be to have different array of research products that our clients can avail across by not having a lot of search criteria or lot of manual search intervention involved. So to identify the right set of research reports that the client requires is something that our AI goal should be for the short term.
Really fascinating, because it really paints a picture of how data driven consulting will redefine the entire industry, because AI is not just replacing, but it is also optimizing how you work. So, very interesting, like you explained. We have come to almost the end of our interview. My last question to you would be, any piece of advice which has helped you to exponentially grow in your personal career journey? Anything you would like to share to the young minds, people trying to do big in the industry and still trying to enter the corporate world?
I think there's a myth around people or students not knowing what they want to do in the near future. I think as time is passing, there's a sentiment about that being okay. But I feel it's really important that you, while you're in college and while you're entering your last years in college, you are very well aligned in terms of identifying where do you see yourself in the next 20 years. And that is something that you should be working on before you are out of college. So that gives you a sense of direction, and that gives you a very simple mission statement in your career track. And the second tip I would definitely give across is study more about the industry. Talk to people, talk to relevant people, talk to senior leadership, and the insights they could provide you within a short span of time could be life changing. So that's it.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, your journey and the entire experience with us today, because it truly gives us a roadmap to think bigger and build better. And it also helps people who are watching this video, which are majorly students from ISBR Business School and a lot of MBA schools. They get a roadmap to think bigger, plus also a mindset, generation, how to think, in what direction to think, and what kind of aspects to be clear about while building their career. So thank you so much for sharing. It was truly amazing to have you. And that's a very powerful takeaway we have.
Thank you. Thank you.